I am so sorry about the volume. Bear with me. I don't have my headset, and my son took my headset off of me yesterday, and just forget, who knows where he's at right now. He said, "Daddy, let me see. I didn't know you had," and he said something about he didn't know I had a headset, and that was the end of that. I should have never let him do it. But I'm going to try to talk loud, try to get as close to the camera as possible. Now in this video, I'm just going to talk about mindset. I know I talked about it before, but I'm going to talk about it again. What is the mindset, all right, of a reseller? Do you need to have a special mindset as a reseller? Okay. In my opinion, of course, this is my channel, so I'm talking about my opinion. And coming from a working class person, I'm going to say yes, you do need to have a certain mindset, especially when you are a working class person. And I talked about it before, but I'm gonna talk about it again. You know, when you have to juggle your life, you have to have a certain mindset when it comes to being a reseller, because in most cases, I know you have those cases where all of this stuff don't apply. You have a person who works and probably blow it out there, knock it out the park, and sell whatever, you know what I mean, $2,000 a week worth of stuff and just whatever, have a ball, right? So, and I know that may happen when you have people who live in really, really popular cities. They have access to all really, really good stuff. They go into the thrift store. I mean, they just got tons of stuff just laying there. I know that's the case for some people. That's not the case for all people. That's not the case for me. And I don't have a lot of time when it comes to reselling. So I have to have a certain mindset. Now, all right. So that mindset is that you must have patience, right? So you must have patience in what you're doing. Okay. When you watch YouTube videos and you watch everybody else being so successful, selling this and selling that, even now I'm getting on Instagram, you see people posting all the stuff they sold and everything like that. That can mess up your mindset, right? That can make you anxious. That can make you, lose that sense of control that you must have in this game, right? You want to sell like that. You want to sell big. You want to, have those big profits and everything like that. But you have to, you have to make your own fantasy or stay in your own lane. You have to have your own process that you follow. All right. And your process that you have is going to be different than mine. Maybe similar, but it's going to be different. My process is going to be different than yours. And my process is going to be different than, I like to talk about names that are, rake and profit. Mine is going to be different than his. Right. And who else is out there selling stuff? Whatever, my process is going to be my process. So my process, because of my whole dynamics, my financial dynamics, is that now, I'm still juggling two jobs. I'm getting rid of this job, this place that I'm at right now. I am going to get rid of this job here, so that I can have one job. All right. And again, like I said before, I have made eBay work for me with two jobs. I had did that before. It's not impossible. It is, improbable, but not impossible. It is hard to do, but you can do it. So, so for people who just have one job, you can make it work. But for me, I am unloading one job because I feel like my time is better spent growing my eBay business than making a little extra money working an extra job. So, but for me, that works for me. That might not work for all. So for me, I want to get another job which pays a little bit more. So I have the ability to get rid of a job. Hold on. That's pack you. But I have the ability to get rid of a job, and thank God for my wife. My wife is now starting to work. And for a very, very, very long time, for the majority of our kids' lives, my wife stayed home. So I had to have two jobs. Now that my kids are getting older, now she can work. So now things are changing. So there are a lot of the dynamics behind the scenes, which people don't talk about, which makes their reselling business possible. People don't really tell you about, the other incomes that they have coming in, or the other help and everything else they have, which, helps, makes that they reselling life so prosperous. So you have to really keep that in mind. You cannot look at it, can't look at everybody for face value and say, oh wow, this person is doing this and this person is doing that. There's a reason why they're doing that. Like I said, you will have that strange case where you have a person who's knocking everything out the park, regardless of all the obstacles and challenges and stuff like that. But in most cases, I mean, it's a difficult task if you don't have, it's a difficult task to make it successful, and that means make it successful from a part-time standpoint and a full-time standpoint if you don't have these certain things in place. So for me, things are falling in line for me, so that I can make my, stay in my lane and make my lane successful. So you have to figure that out for yourself. All right. You have to really figure that out. Let me make this phone call. All right. So now, like I said, you have to figure out what works for you. So also now, when you are, and this is just my opinion now, you know, people may say, hey, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. You can do whatever works for you, but my opinion. So now that I got things working for me, now I am working on growing my eBay business. That is getting items. I'm getting items for cheap, and I'm listing them properly. And I'll make another video about how do you list things properly. Listing items, you know, the best way I can, the best way I know how inside eBay. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm about to go outside real quick and finish up on this mindset. I know it's super loud. Finish up on this mindset. Let's see. Here we go. All right, outside. I was attempting to go to the other side of the hospital, but it was so crowded, so many people outside. It's like crazy, you know what I'm saying? It gets hot outside, everybody want to just be outside. So, trying to find myself a spot so I can sit down and run my mouth a little bit where it's not too loud, so I can be heard because I don't have no headset. You know what I mean? Hospital, they making money, building on. You know what I'm saying? So when I see stuff like that, construction and everything, it's like a motivation, you know what I'm saying? Incentive for me. Because if I see that whoever came up with this company, if they can build and make and create with all the obstacles that there is, and I'm sure there's obstacles, then I can do what I can do. I can make what I want to make happen. You just got to be determined and continue fighting. That's it. Continue pushing. So now, all right, so now I was talking about mindset, right? So, and I'm going to talk about my mindset from, I guess, my opinion. Again, I'm going to continue on, and hopefully you can relate. Hopefully it can help you out. Hopefully it can get you to where you need to be. So for me, I had to get everything in order. And it took some time for me to get everything in order for my personal side of stuff. Like I said, my job. And it's so funny with my jobs. I'm always juggling. I'm always modifying. I'm always changing. I'm always doing something to, you know, make everything work. Always, right? Always doing something to make things work. I'm always adjusting. Always, you know, making sure things is better for myself. I know some people don't do that. And I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking if you don't do it. I'm not knocking, you know, I'm just telling you what I do. So if a job is not a perfect fit for me, I will leave it. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I'm in that position. You know, I'm not like on a high end type of the workforce. I'm on like basically the tech level. I'm on the staff level. So, you know, my jobs, the things that I get, I don't want to say, but basically come with a dime a dozen. You know, I do have a certification, so I can use that certification, which is good. But, you know, some people may not have a certification, may not need one, but just don't, you know, don't move just because you're afraid to move. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the people who have the opportunity to move. Now, not everybody has that opportunity, right? Not everybody has the opportunity to move. But if you do have the opportunity, exercise that opportunity to move. Exercise that opportunity to, you know, put yourself in a better situation that's going to be more financial for yourself. You know what I mean? When I mean financial, may not just be money, but maybe time, right? Maybe time, flexibility. You have to figure those things out. So, you know, I have been figuring that out. I figured it out, and I will continue to modify that and change that so I can always be in the best place that I can be in. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep yourself first, right? You got to keep yourself first, and understand that you must be first, not the job. The job is not first. So the crazy thing is that society and the job, the company that you work for, will sort of make it seem like they are first and you're second, right? They'll make it seem like, yo, you need them, and you know what I'm saying, you can't do anything without them, and you have to, you know, it's so crazy how they hit you with all these rules and regulations and stuff like that, but you have no way to retaliate. And I mean, not to retaliate, but you have no way to, you have, basically it's like a you know what I'm saying, a lose-lose for yourself, right? A lose-lose for yourself. You know, you have to be there a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there at a certain time. You got to be there a certain amount of days per week. You got to be there a certain amount of days per month. You can't take off. You can't take breaks. You have to put in requests to try to get off. You know what I'm saying? You either approve or deny. You know what I'm saying? You have all these restrictions. But when it comes to you, if you say, hey, you know what, I want to take a day off, I want to take a vacation, or I want to raise, boy, they look at you like you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have to understand that you do have some power. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not your company. You don't control it, but you have the ability to go and move yourself to a better company. If you know what I'm saying, if you have to, if there's something else that comes along that is better. So always keep in mind, you have the opportunity to do that. Life is short. You know, a lot of us working now, there's really no need. There's really no need to stay with a company for 30 years because it's really not going to get you anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to get you anything. Most of us just have a 401k with a company. That's it. That's all you have. It's not like you have your 401k plus you have, you know what I'm saying, some other type of pension that you're getting. A lot of us don't have that. We just got a 401k, and a lot of us don't even have that. Don't even have a 401k. So now if you don't have all those things, you don't have all those vested opportunities with a company, then there's no reason for you to stay there. Okay, just FYI, there's no reason for you to stay with a company. Go wherever is paying you better. Go wherever the schedule is better. Go wherever the atmosphere is better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we work on these companies, and these companies, you know what I'm saying, they're intense, man. You know what I'm saying? It's stressful going to work. You stressed out and everything like that. My whole thing is like, yo, that don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Go look for another company. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple to do. I mean, that's a whole nother video. I'll talk about polish up your resume. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go look, you know what I'm saying, through the ends of, you know what I'm saying, all the people you know, build up some references, you know what I'm saying? Get that resume nice and polish it and hit it, you know what I'm saying? And hit it and don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you don't jump, you know what I'm saying, without that parachute, meaning like if you're looking for a job, yo, keep your job until you find another job. Don't quit it. But, you know, there's probably a better job out there for you. But anyway, so moving on. So once you get all that situated, and that's important that you get that situated, that you get your personal finances and life situated, right? Because you want to be able to say, hey, you know what, I work this job or this X amount of jobs and I can pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I can pay my bills. I can feed myself. I can pay, you know what I'm saying, my gas. I can take care of whatever I need to take care of, you know what I'm saying, what my jobs I have. Okay? That's you know, I believe from a working class standpoint, that is a necessity that you need to do. All right? So once you get all that established and you got that going for you, right? And some of you might need to get an extra job. You might need to, right? You may not want to, but you might need to. But and if you do need to get a second job, you must understand it's temporary, right? It's so that you can build this other thing that you you know what I'm saying, you're passionate about, right? So once you have everything situated, I'm just gonna say over to the left, on the left side, right? So if I had a screen, I would have a line down the middle, and I would say on the left side is your personal, you know, life, your finances, your responsibilities, all that stuff is being handled because you're making that work, you know what I'm saying, with your current job or your current jobs. Okay, now we're gonna go on the right side, right? We're going to go right side. Yeah, I just stopped in front of this Porsche. It was red. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me put it in this video because it's hot. You know what I mean? Hopefully it'll give you guys some motivation. You know what I'm saying? There's usually a Corvette around here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. But so on the right side, you know what I'm saying? Go through this parking lot. There's got a lot of doctors in here. Got a Range Rover right here, but it's kind of dirty. Still hot though. You know what I'm saying? Still hot, but let me see. We got a Mercedes-Benz over there. Let me see what else we got. Walk through this piece. But again, like I said, on the right side, you have your reselling business. Now, your reselling business, you know what I'm saying, has a better chance, a greater chance of being successful if you have that left side, that personal life, that personal finances, all that stuff being handled and situated, right? So now on the right side, now you're going to start your reselling business, right? You're going to start getting stuff. You're going to start getting clothes or whatever it is that you want to go find. You're going to start going to the thrift stores. You're going to start getting your stuff for cheap, right? For cheap. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say cheap, because I say, hey, you know, we got to work, we got to pay our bills and stuff like that. We don't have all that money laying around to just, you know what I'm saying, go buy those high-end items and sell them, right? So now, but if you have the opportunity to buy high-end items so you can sell them really high and stuff like that, then by all means, go ahead and do that. But for the working class people who, in most cases, don't have those funds ready for reselling, yo, go out there, get some cheap stuff. Get the cheap stuff, start listing them, you know what I'm saying, having somewhere to store them, store them wherever it is, store them in your basement, store them in your garage. You might have a shed, you know what I'm saying. Of course, you know, you want to make sure it's a nice, clean space where you can store it. You don't want bugs getting into your stuff, you know what I'm saying. You just want to find a decent place to store it. I don't care, you might be able to store it in your room. You know what I'm saying. I've seen people got full businesses just in a room with a one-bedroom apartment. A room packed up, all their stuff is nice and organized, shipping stuff out from one bedroom, so it can be done. You know what I'm saying. Some people may say, hey, look, now I got a house. Now, you know what I'm saying, you know, I got kids and stuff like that, but there's plenty of places, there's plenty of areas in my house that is not being used on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of spaces, plenty of stuff, which I can probably utilize. I can kind of clean out a closet, which I probably don't use and everything. I mean, there's so many opportunities. You got so many opportunities. You have some way to store it, okay? You might not want to store it there, but hey, guess what? That's where you start out. You know what I'm saying? You may start out just storing it somewhere in your house. And yo, once you start getting everything going, you know what I'm saying, you start getting some momentum, you start making some money, then you get yourself a storage space. You know what I'm saying? Or you buy yourself a shed in the backyard or whatever it is. But you know, get your stuff going, start selling your stuff, and what you want to do with that money, right? You want to keep that money in the bank, right? So it's going to go into your PayPal. You're going to link your bank account up to your PayPal. I do advise you to link a bank account up to the PayPal, not your current one that you use. Go out to the bank, go get another account, right? I would advise to just go to another bank system. Don't go if you have a bank with Bank of America, don't get another Bank of America bank account. You know what I'm saying? Go get Chase bank account. And get another separate card. That's what I want to do too. I want to get me an ATM card. I'm going to go, I got to go in here to the credit union and get me a bank card for my other account. But get a separate account, link it up to your PayPal, you sell your stuff, you transfer your money over to your bank, and you leave it. That's what you do. Okay, we're gonna talk more about that, but that's what you do. You put the money in that account and you leave it. You don't touch it. You don't bother with it. You don't dip inside of it so you can pay, you know what I'm saying, your light bill. You don't dip inside of it so you can go out food shopping. You don't go inside of it, anything like that. So you can go to the movies. You just keep that money in there and let it pile up. Okay, you will feel, I'm telling you this, you will feel so much better. Okay, you will feel so much better when that account starts to build up. All right, trust me. Don't touch it. Now, some people, I'm trying to tell you right now, if you get that money in that account and you withdraw that money and you take that money out as fast as it's going in there, you're gonna feel like you're not accomplishing anything, right? You're gonna feel like you're not accomplishing anything. You're gonna be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this, and you know, and you know what I'm saying? I don't even have no money. You do have money. You just liquidating it. So you know what I'm saying? Go back into my my videos and go find my video where I said I made 30,000 on eBay, and you know. And kind of watch that video. I think it's like 2 of them. And I'll tell you, man, I made 30,000 on eBay, but I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I grossed 30,000, made about $15,000 worth, you know what I'm saying, net money. But I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that it's very easy to do. You know what I'm saying? And the problem with us working class people, we do that all the time. We do that every day. This is a massive Lexus right here, LX 570. The joint is massive. It's like a tank. You know what I'm saying? It's hot too. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like I got like 22-inch rims or something like that. But and this joint right here is hot. I don't even know if that's an AMG truck or what. It's super hot. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?